What's your reasons for wanting to grow a big business? Do you want to make a ton of money? Do you want to work on your own schedule? Do you just want no one to be able to tell you what to do? Is it all about you? What you want? Things you're dreaming about? Well, I hate to tell you this, but when you start a business, you no longer matter. You are no longer the most important thing because it is the business that is the most important thing. You may be the starter to the business. You may be the starter that starts the fire of what comes, but your obligation is to the business. Your obligation is to the company that you are creating and that you want to live on. This company, this business that you're making is what is going to pay you throughout time, and it'll pay you through equity appreciation. It'll pay you through cash flow, but it will only do so when your obligation is to your business. And now what do I mean by that? I mean, if you don't want to work, but your customers come to you to work for work to be done, and you tell them, sorry, I'm not working today, you're no longer making money and you are now hurting your business. You see where I'm going with this? Your obligation is to the business. Your business obligation is to your customers. And the objective of a business is to make money, and as much money in terms of profit as possible. You want to make as much profit as possible. That is the only objective of business. A business is made to profit. It is not made to help somebody. A business is made to profit. Your obligation is to do everything for your business, especially when you are a solopreneur in the startup phases. Your job is to work your tail off. It is an obligation to your business. Your business needs to live on. So you need to do everything that is necessary for your business to do so. That means going out and being very uncomfortable. You need to make sales calls. You need to make cold calls. You need to do drop-ins. You need to be sending direct mail. You need to be sending emails. You need to have automated email flows. You need to learn how to prospect. You need to learn how to lead generate. You need to learn all of these things. You need to learn how to keep healthy finances, steady accounting. You need to learn accounting principles. You need to learn how to keep money in savings so that you can pay your taxes. There are so many things that go into you having an obligation to your business that you need to learn and become attuned to. There is no greater failure than someone who starts a business to be completely selfish with it. You can earn some money. You will never go anywhere huge with it. You will earn enough that you can stay home. You will earn enough that you can sit in your home office each day. You will earn enough to where you can just be an individual consultant. But just know that you will never take that business to the moon if you do not have your sworn obligation to do everything within your power to make that business a success. That means giving up your weekends, giving up nights, giving up mornings, giving up your middays. There are so many things that you will have to sacrifice in order to go into business. Your obligation is to the business. You have to give up your entire old life. I had to give up my entire old life. I went from a company that I worked with, that I had plenty of friends in, that I no longer barely speak to anybody from that company anymore, because those people are now my competitors. Whether we want to admit it or not, we are in competition. My obligation is to my business. My obligation is to myself and my family. The business is what is going to feed my family in the future. Therefore, if it is between me and my old friends going against each other for freight, I am going to absolutely kill them in terms of competition. I will have a better rate than them. I will service customers better. And my obligation is to my business. And I want my business to be ranked number one when it comes to my customers. So what does that mean? That means that I will sacrifice sleep to send updates. That means that I will get uncomfortable and call drivers. That means that I will drive to a pickup facility if I need to and it's close by. That means I will fly to go make sure that freight is loaded properly if we're having damage control issues. That means that I will go and sit in front of my customers and sit in their boardrooms and discuss with them how I can be better and what needs to be done for me to earn more of their business. And I will do that for the business. My obligation is to this business. My obligation is not to be a good friend when it comes down to business. So if I have to compete against friends, I will destroy friends. And I can't feel sorry about that. It's just the way that it is. Sometimes you have to be out there, and it's a dog-eat-dog world. In the world of freight, the only freight that's out there, there's not that many shippers who just start up and immediately have full truckload orders that I work on. So where does that mean my business comes from? My business comes from the competition, especially if it's not mine yet. It's not just sitting there. It's not as if nobody's working it and nobody's run it before. The business exists. The business is being worked by somebody else. And now I have to take that business from my competition. I have to cut their paycheck because they work on commissions as well. I have to ruin their day when their customer tells them we're giving a different carrier a shot. You have to earn that opportunity, but your obligation is to your business. It cannot be to your friendships, especially if you know that they're running with it. If you know other people in your industry, that is not your obligation. Your obligation is to your business, the company that you work for, the company that you want to continue on at. That is where your obligation is to. It is not to, I want to get an early night sleep tonight. I want to go to the gym today. You're going to have to sacrifice. I want to go on vacation. You're going to have to sacrifice. Your obligation is to your business. Don't get it twisted. It is not for you. The business is not for you, at least not in the early stages. You're building it for you in the long run, but in the very beginning, your obligation is to the business to make sure it works so that it can get to you, paying you back in the future. After